It is time to preview the Washington Commanders Week 2 matchup versus the New York Giants. I'm going to give you my 3 keys to victory next on Washington Football Maniacs. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Scott again. And before we get into tonight's preview for Week 2 matchup versus the New York Giants, if you're not a member of the Washington Football Maniacs, definitely strongly consider becoming a member because we have live recaps after games all regular season and any kind of news concerning the Washington Commanders. Definitely, we are one of your best sources of news and anything Washington Commanders. So again, definitely appreciate you guys. Tonight we're going to do the Week 2 preview for the Washington Commanders matchup versus the New York Giants. And I'm going to give you my 3 keys to victory and prediction at the end. So let's get into it. The Washington Commanders Week 2 will be at home for the home opener against the New York Giants at 1 o'clock p.m. on Fox. Now, looking at some other stats. Now, for you bettors out there, the Washington Commanders are a negative 1.5 point favorites over the Giants. Not much, but they are the favorites. Obviously, looking at the Commanders, this is a must-win game. Looking at the Giants, Giants ain't looking too good, and they may be in tune for some changes coming up this season, man. Whether it's head coach, definitely quarterback. But looking at our beloved Commanders, this is definitely a game where this must win for them because they are in kind of the gray area. They're too good to be a top 10 big team, but not good enough to really compete. This is definitely a retooling season. And there's going to be a lot of growing pains, like both me and Greg have been saying, leading up to the regular season. There's going to be a lot of growing pains. So, this is definitely a must-win game. So let's look at some other things. Let's get into the injury report now for the Commanders. Zach Ertz, they're saying the injury report that he should be slated to play, but they have him down as rest. So, I definitely think he should be good for game time. Ankle injury for Owens. Let's see, Brandon Coleman's shoulder. So we'll see if he ends up being the left tackle because I think that he very well could be the long-term solution to left tackle, in my opinion. Brian Robinson's knee, but all arrows point to him playing. Let's see, Johnny Newton with a foot injury. So, definitely up in there with him. And Emmanuel Forrest is having surgery, so he will be out 4 to 6 weeks. So he's having surgery on his thumb. So if you don't know, now you know. So Emmanuel Forrest will be out. So this will be a much depleted Washington Commanders secondary. So let's get into the 3 keys of victory because a couple of them are surrounding the secondary. So key to victory number 1, attack the quarterback. Daniel Jones is known to be a commander killer. Whether it was the Washington football team, whether it was the Washington Commanders, he is known to put up really good games, especially in Northwest Stadium. Daniel Jones is known to be a commander killer again. So you have to put pressure on the quarterback. Force him to make those throws. I mean, look at this receiver core. Malik Neighbors is one guy to look at, especially for you guys who are bettors. Malik Neighbors, man, and fantasy football guys. Malik Neighbors is slated to, I believe he has 10 points for fantasy points. So he's a guy to look at if you want to make bets because, again, this Washington Commanders secondary has injury concerns. And Emmanuel Forrest was struggling before the injury. But now, depth's an issue, right? St. Jude's is definitely number 1, but is Mike Sanders still the slot corner, or do you plug in Mike Davis at the 3, or opposite? Opposite opposite St. Jude's. My bad. One of those days, y'all. Opposite St. Jude's. So I think that is a lot of questions with the secondary. So, like I said, if I'm, that's one key to victory. Attack the quarterback. Attack. Put pressure on him. Make him get the ball out quicker. Definitely make those reads quicker. So, like I said, I think they definitely need to attack the quarterback because it leads into the second key to victory, right? Take the pressure off the secondary. Look, injuries to secondary. Again, Main Force is out. Mike Davis is probably going to be the number 2 corner opposite of St. Jude's. Now, I can get it out now, right? Because they ain't got a brain fart. But St. Jude's and Mike Davis are probably going to be the 1-2 at corner. And Mike Sanders, still, who's best served as a slot corner, is going to be 3. But depth is still an issue. So, like I said, Forbes is slated to be out 4 to 6 weeks after following thumb surgery. So, take the pressure off the secondary. What is my 3rd key to victory? Easy, y'all. Get the other weapons involved on the offense. If you look at the previous game, Terry McLaurin didn't get much love. I mean, mostly the stars of the show were Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler. We've got to get the passing game rolling, man. Cliff Kingsbury, that is the name of the game for him. He is known to be an air raid passing offensive coordinator. We got to put him to work. I think the Giants are definitely a team where you can put in work. as far as hitting them, man. Because looking at their stats real quick, yards allowed per game, they are 16th right now. And I get it's only week 2, but looking at passing yards allowed, 21st right now. So I think this is the time where they're a team that there's a lot of turmoil over there in New York. A lot of turmoil. Daniel Jones is looking like he's not the long-term option at quarterback. But with that extension, he's got him handcuffed a little bit. So they added Malik Neighbors. Brian Daboll, I think, is a good coach, but I don't think he's not in favor of Daniel Jones being the guy. So a lot of turmoil. I think there's definitely going to be a new quarterback. It's going to be interesting how things shake out in New York. Commanders fan and Commanders analyst, man. But like I said, you got to keep your eye on your opponents within the division. Kind of get back to the Giants. Thibodeau, New York Giants, Kayvon Thibodeau said that the Washington Commanders are not a rival team. And I kind of think that's funny because they're not much better than we are. And to kind of throw shade, like, come on now. I think it's kind of funny. I think that, there's nothing wrong with, talking some junk. It's definitely a game where it is definitely a rivalry game. I mean, every opponent in this division, because this has always been one of the better divisions in football for a long time. So it's definitely, obviously our biggest rivals are the Eagles and the Cowboys, but a lot of that lack of luster when it comes to a rivalry with the Giants because they've been kind of trashed, after Eli Manning. So I was saying they haven't been much better, but I'm saying I think it's funny that Thibodeau kind of threw shade there. So it is what it is. But like I said, these 3 keys to victory, I'm going to kind of reiterate quick, everybody. Number 1, attack the quarterback. Daniel Jones is a known commander killer, man. Prevent him from getting outside the pocket and really utilizing his legs because that's where he attacks us. He kills us with his legs. So attack the quarterback. Number 2, that attacking the quarterback takes the pressure off the secondary. We're dealing with injuries. Manuel Forrest is out for at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. So we have got to try to help Benjamin St. Juice. Try to help Mike Davis assimilate to being the number 2 corner. And Mike Samuelson, I think, he had his up and down moments, but he's got to step up. So, and, definitely the safeties, they got to get involved. So they definitely got to take a lot of pressure off the secondary. And number 3, get the other weapons involved. And, one thing you can do that is, look, the offensive line is better, but it's not where we need it to be. Do more bootlegs, roll Jaden on the outside, definitely utilize his legs, but without having to ask him to run all the time. Bootlegs, stuff like that. Definitely, utilize other weapons. Definitely have to get the connection with Scary Terry, man. He's definitely got to find a connection with the other receivers. What kind of role does De'Ami Brown have? Zacchaeus, is he really at number 2? And Luke McCaffrey, he's definitely a guy that you have to definitely feed in the slot, man. So a lot of questions with the receiving core. I think the running backs it's going to be one of those games again, guys, where it's going to be the running backs are going to be the star of the show. Also, Eckler is very versatile. This guy is going to be very active in passing downs and third downs. And Brian Robinson Jr., man, what can you say? He's a dog. He's a guy who can lower his shoulder pads and put in that work. So, like I said, what is my prediction? I'm going to predict a 24-13 victory for the Washington Commanders. I think they bounce back to get their first victory for Jaden Daniels, first victory for Dan Quinn, first victory for Jason Peters, man. So Adam Peters, I just called him man Jason Peters. Been a long day, y'all. Lord have mercy. Adam Peters, first victory. So, like I said, this is definitely a must-win game, and I think they get that win, man. I think they definitely get their first win of the year with the home opener, defeating the New York Giants 24-13. You guys get in the comment section and let me know what you guys are thinking. Like I said, your boys had a long week, man, and a long day, so definitely having fun with this episode. But again, I predict a 24-13 victory for our Washington Commanders. So again, we will be going live following the Washington Commanders and New York Giants matchup on Sunday. So definitely tune in for that because it's going to be must-see TV because we like to have fun over here. And we're just a little bit crazy over here at the Washington Football Maniacs. So again, get in the comment section and let me know what you guys are thinking. You guys enjoy your weekend. We will see you live following the New York Giants and Washington Commanders. Hopefully, Washington Commanders victory on Sunday. So again, everybody have a blessed weekend. Hail to the Commanders and peace. See you guys next time.